Well, folks, he's done it again. Donald Trump has once more defied the odds and returned to the White House, a feat that has left the nation in a state of both celebration and turmoil. Donald Trump is back in the White House. His return has sparked a wave of emotions across the country, from joy and relief among his supporters to fear and uncertainty among his detractors. The people have spoken, and it seems like half the country is cheering, waving flags, and celebrating what they see as a victory for their values and beliefs, while the other half is stocking up on canned goods, preparing for what they fear could be a tumultuous time ahead. The divide is stark, and the tension is palpable. How did we get here? How did a nation that once prided itself on unity and common purpose become so deeply divided? The answer lies in the complex and often controversial figure of Donald Trump. How can a man who thrives on controversy, who has been at the center of numerous scandals and accusations, still command the loyalty of so many Americans? It's a question that baffles many. A man accused of so much, from corruption to inciting violence, yet he remains a figure of unwavering support for millions. What is it about Trump that resonates so deeply with his base? It's a question that keeps political analysts up at night as they pore over data and try to make sense of this phenomenon. The answers are not simple and the implications are profound, and it's one we're going to try to unpack right here, right now. We'll delve into the reasons behind this unwavering support and explore the factors that have led to such a polarized nation. Now, I'm not here to tell you what to think. My goal is to present the facts, the perspectives, and the emotions that drive this division. You're all smart folks. You can make up your own minds. You're all smart folks. You can make up your own minds. But I do think it's important to understand why so many of our fellow Americans continue to stand by Donald Trump, despite all the noise, all the chaos, but I do think it's important to understand why so many of our fellow Americans continue to stand by Donald Trump, despite all the noise, all the chaos, it's a complex issue that goes beyond simple explanations. Despite all the noise, all the chaos, it's easy to dismiss them, to label them and move on. But doing so only deepens the divide and prevents us from finding common ground. It's easy to dismiss them, to label them and move on, but I think we owe it to ourselves to try to understand, to listen, to engage, and to seek out the reasons behind their unwavering support. But I think we owe it to ourselves to try to understand. Only by doing so can we hope to bridge the gap and heal the divisions that have torn our nation apart. Let's embark on this journey together. Let's talk about the economy. It's a topic that affects every single one of us, from the bustling city centers to the quiet rural towns. The economy is the lifeblood of our nation, influencing everything from the jobs we hold to the prices we pay for everyday goods. For many Trump supporters, it all boils down to jobs, to the security of knowing they can provide for their families. It's about the dignity of work and the pride that comes from a hard day's labor. It's about putting food on the table, ensuring their children have what they need, and being able to afford the little extras that make life enjoyable. They see Trump as a businessman, a deal maker, someone who understands the complexities of the market and can navigate the turbulent waters of the global economy. Someone who speaks their language, who can cut through the political jargon and get to the heart of the matter. They believe he understands their struggles, the sleepless nights spent worrying about bills, the stress of an uncertain future. Their anxieties about the future are palpable. These are folks who feel left behind by globalization, by technological advancements that seem to render their skills obsolete. They worry about the changing face of the American workforce, about whether there will be a place for them in this new economy. By the changing face of the American workforce, where automation and outsourcing have become the norm. They see their jobs going overseas, their communities struggling to stay afloat, and they feel a deep sense of loss. And they're looking for someone to blame, someone who can offer solutions and not just empty promises, someone to fight for them, to stand up against the forces that they believe are eroding their way of life. And Trump, with his promises to bring back jobs, to renegotiate trade deals, to put America first, resonates with their hopes and dreams. He offers them a glimmer of hope, a belief that things can get better, that the American dream is still within reach. Now let's be clear, folks. Not all Trump supporters are motivated by economic anxiety. For some, it's about something deeper, something more visceral. It's about a rejection of the status quo, a deep distrust of the establishment, a feeling that the system is rigged against them. They see Trump as a disruptor, a rule breaker, someone who's not afraid to speak his mind, even if it offends. They're tired of political correctness, tired of what they see as the liberal media's stranglehold on the narrative. They want someone to shake things up, to drain the swamp, even if it means breaking a few eggs along the way. Section 4, Culture Wars. And then there are the culture wars. Issues like immigration, abortion, gun control, these are deeply emotional issues that tap into people's core values and beliefs. And Trump, he knows how to push those buttons. He gives voice to their fears, their anxieties about a changing America, an America they feel is slipping away. He tells them that he's the only one who can protect their way of life, their values, their very identity. He paints a picture of a country under siege, threatened by outsiders, by liberals, by anyone who doesn't fit into their vision of America. Section 5, the Donald's charm. And let's not forget about Trump's charisma. His ability to captivate an audience is undeniable. Love him or hate him, the man knows how to work a crowd. His rallies are more than just political events. They are spectacles, filled with energy and excitement. He's a showman, an entertainer, a master of the soundbite. His speeches are filled with memorable lines that stick with people long after the event is over. He speaks in simple, direct language that resonates with people. His words are easy to understand, and his messages are clear. He connects with them on an emotional level, bypassing the usual filters of reason and logic. His supporters feel like he understands them and their concerns. He's the ultimate anti-politician, the guy who says what he thinks without worrying about political correctness. He doesn't play by the rules, he breaks the mold of what a politician should be, and that's part of his appeal. And for some, that's incredibly appealing. They see him as a breath of fresh air in a stale political landscape. They're tired of the same old politicians saying the same old things. They want someone who stands out, someone who isn't afraid to be different. They want someone who's different, someone who's not afraid to shake things up. And in Donald Trump, they believe they've found that person.